Welcome, everyone, to the ultimate game in the college football season. Everything has built to this, the battle for the national championship and college football immortality, a moment that every young football player grows up dreaming about. And these two teams have survived the expanded playoff grind. They have battled through a regular season, multiple playoff victories, all sorts of challenges and adversity, and they've arrived at this moment, the battle for that precious trophy. As we'll see the number 7 seed in this playoff, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on another SEC team, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here as always by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, everything has been building to this. It's time for the national championship. Let's crown a champion. Here we go with the kickoff. This is it, the ultimate game in college football, national championship at stake. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Finds an open target on the left side. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. Made the catch, but he was surrounded. There not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment. But here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact. And as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
And he'll drop back here on third down. Bringing pressure. So the scramble comes up short, and now this offense facing a fourth down play. And the Trojans will have to punt this one away. This one is out of bounds, and that'll give the offense great field position. And the punt heads out of bounds. Like they'll spot it near the 45. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. Just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy and keep this quarterback from running.
Here's the second down play. And he'll set up to throw. The pass rush closing in. And the defense gets him, but it's a first down. Shows you how dangerous he can be scrambling.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first and keep this drive moving.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Offense getting set. It's second down. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Quick throw complete to the tight end. They bring him down after a short gain there.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody. It allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
It's press coverage now from these DBs. Third down play here out of the shotgun. Pass is incomplete. The defense affecting the quarterback with pressure there.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points, but they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
And the Rebels will come to the line on 4th down, looking to convert. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete under heavy pressure. A big 4th down stop.
I really thought that this was going to work out, showing an aggressive approach here, going for it on 4th down. Looked to be there. They just weren't able to complete it.
Comes the USC offense back on the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? Quarterback keeps the football. And he's got it already past the 1st down marker. Tackle made after a big gain.
Man, is this guy difficult to deal with or what? When your quarterback can just say, I am pulling this down and I am taking off myself on the option. He has that kind of speed. As a defense, all you can do is just say your prayers.
They'll run it from the gun. Finding enough space for a solid gain before they stop it.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable 3rd down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 or more yards a pop like that.
Second down play coming up for this offense. And here's the handoff. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. And the Trojans come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. Tackle made at the 26, good enough for a 1st down. And the Trojans moving quickly down the field here. From the shotgun, handoff inside. Breaks a tackle on the play, makes a decent gain.
Well, let's give credit to the offensive line here. They went with a run blitz. The offensive line sees it, picks it up, gives them enough room to pick up some solid yards.
And the Trojans looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Locates the tight end. It's complete. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see from the defense. Yeah, you give up the catch, but you're right there to be able to stop this receiver from making any yards after the catch.
Come up on 3rd down. Solid drive. Defense trying to get off the field here. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Tackle after a solid gain. It's enough for a first down, and that should wrap up the first quarter of play. And the Trojans looking to punch it in here. It's first and goal. Here's a handoff on first and goal. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, USC.
As a defensive coordinator, you've got to be careful being so worried about this pass game and this quarterback that you're a little bit soft up front, and it costs you. It's exactly what happened here as they scored this touchdown.
The point after is right down the middle. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the powerful Ole Miss offense is back out on the field. Let's see what their mindset is this time. They got into field goal range, but got stopped on fourth down last time. A sack in the play could not escape the pass rush.
I talk a lot about defensive ends arguably being some of the best athletes on the field. Here's an example of a guy that's just too quick off the edge for the offensive line to be able to contain. He got in there in a heartbeat and came up with that sack.
For the sack on first down, it's second down. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. There's a wide-open receiver, complete. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
Chris, that's a great example of his arm strength. He just fired the ball in there much quicker than the defense could even react.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Now they've got him, but not before a solid gain on the ground there. Second down after that run on the previous play. Defense trying to jam these receivers at the line. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up third down.
Chris, I don't know if it's the hype of the national championship, the timing between the quarterback and his receivers, but they have not been able to get anything going at all here in the first half. And the problem is they're already down in this game. They've got to put the ball through the air and start hitting some passes, or there's no chance they come back and have a chance to win.
On third and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Looks to the left, pass caught. Running right through tacklers. That's a big gain. The offense is threatening them. Spot the ball at the 22.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on third down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
And the Rebels are looking to keep this drive going. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Ball handed off. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, if somebody talks about a play being blown up, this is a great example of that. That's exhibit A for how to be physical on defense.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. And he drops back in the gun. He's going to pull it down and run. And they tackle him, but a solid gain down to around the 5-yard line.
Well, this offense was looking for a big play, and I think this quarterback's eyes lit up when he realized there's nobody in front of him. He takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. That's the 2-minute warning in this close first half. The offense trying to score and claim the lead before the break. First and goal. Can the offense punch it in and tie the score before the half? The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. They'll try to run it in on first and goal. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1.
Chris, down here inside the 10-yard line. These are tough yards to come by. Positive yards. Good push inside there by that offensive line.
Coming up, second down and goal. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Who says you need explosive plays, Dirk? That was a long, grinding scoring drive.
And think about this is the national championship, and you're able to execute like that against this quality of defense, and that is a great job by the coordinator and the quarterback being in sync and putting together a heck of a drive.
And he knocks the PAT right down the middle. The PAT ties the game here in the second quarter now. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. He'll bring it out from his end zone. And he's tackled at the 25, same spot it would have been, and he left it in the end zone. Trojans offense is back out on the field. On that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the ground game. Let's see if that formula works again. Trying to extend the play. And he just throws it away incomplete. Didn't see anybody open. Going to bring up second down.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. They'll look to throw it here on second down. He's escaping the pocket now. And it's complete downfield. A big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. Quarterback drops back. Receiver makes the catch. And a nice first down gain there. They get him down, but very close to the first down marker.
I understand the concept of bringing the blitz, and you hope that it gets home. But if you don't, you leave your corner in man-to-man situation against this wide receiver. That is a tough ask for this corner, and he's going to lose that battle more often than not.
They bring him down, but a solid run there by the sophomore. They move the 6. They'll go to the line here on first down now. Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. It's their first timeout. And the Trojans with 1st and 10 here. Snags the quick throw. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated, get the ball in his hands, you do it.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. Offense looking to throw the ball. Finds his man. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Chris, this guy has a big-time arm. He just zipped the ball in there. You can sometimes show your arm strength in other ways than just bombing it deep.
And the Trojans looking to cash in the red zone. Running back with the football. They'll crank up the tempo here on 2nd down. The time is running out. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Trojans.
Man, that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a 3rd or a 4th later today.
PAT puts him in front by 7. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer it before halftime. This one will be fair caught. And the Ole Miss offense is back out on the field. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. They'll run it here. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Using his legs on the scramble. And he heads out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run. Minnesot's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Trojans will kick this away to start the second half. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. And the Ole Miss offense is back out on the field. First play of the second half is a handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Wade. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now.
Now, this is what makes this receiver so dangerous. If you play him in man, he can run by you for a big play. You decide to sit back in zone, and he's got the savvy and instincts to be able to find that soft spot in the zone, make a catch, and be dangerous after the catch as well.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first.
And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Looking to pass here on second down. Pressure is coming. And a nice gain there in the scramble. He saw an opening and tried to get there with his legs. The Rebels come to the line in a hurry-up. That's a design quarterback keeper. Tackle made at the 26, good enough for a first down. And the Rebels come to the line to set a fresh set of downs.
Good job up front by that offensive line, getting a good push to be able to allow the back to pick up this first down. This is an important drive for this offense. Now that they got a first down, they can open up this playbook and keep attacking this defense.
Oh, that one's picked off. Not a long return, but the important thing, the pick wipes out the scoring threat. The offense will take over from the 29.
Just a great job of anticipating that and coming up with a big interception by this defense. Because they have this lead, they've really forced this offense to become one-dimensional. They're expecting the ball to be into the air. Defensive backs have their eyes on the ball, and they're able to capitalize with a big pick here in the national title.
USC offense is back out on the field. They had a brilliant touchdown drive last time, mixing the run and the pass. Can they keep that going again? And they'll give it to the back. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Second down after that run on the previous play. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Looks to his left and makes the completion. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker.
Hey, they get some positive yards here, but just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, I kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
Offense breaks the huddle and gets set. It's third down. And the back gets the football. They make the stop just short of the first. It looks like inches to go, and now fourth down. Offense going to roll the dice and go for it inside their own 40. Try to make it with a quarterback sneak. He's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge fourth down stop.
I mean, that's as safe a call as you can make, right? Just have that quarterback get behind that big offensive line and push, but he wasn't able to get past the line that they needed for the first down.
And the Rebels offense is back out on the field. They had some good things going in the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. intercepted, picked off by the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Chris, that's back-to-back drives now that this offense has thrown interceptions. They've got to be able to regroup on the sideline, adjust their schemes, maybe their personnel groupings and formations, try to find a new way to attack, because right now, this isn't working.
Okay, so here comes the offense back on the field again. He hands it to the back. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Second down, we're going to throw it. That's the running back who makes the catch across the middle. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
So the offense faces a third and manageable here from the 25-yard line. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. A bullet, but it's incomplete. Brings up fourth down.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. Third and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this fourth and short.
And the Trojans will line up to kick it away when he comes for his second punt of the game. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Off the play fake, looking to throw. He's running out of time here. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play.
Well, here we are in the national championship, and you always talk about offense. And it is. It's become an offensive game. But how fitting to see this defense. This team has a nice lead, and a large portion of that has to do with the way they've been able to get after this quarterback. That's the second sack in this game.
Wow, a third pick tonight by the QB. Going the other way, can they stop him? Now look at the return after the interception. Sets the offense up in good shape.
I'm going to give the defensive coordinator a tip of the cap here. They went with dime coverage with 6 defensive backs, which gives them a lot more speed on the field. And with those defensive backs, they're able to play better in space. They recognize the ball, step in front of it for a nice interception.
So it's first and goal. The offense will try to milk the clock and add points if they can. Handoff here from the shotgun. And they'll get him down that time.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock.
Second down and goal. And the quarterback dropping back. Picked off, a crucial turnover. Not much on the return, but the defense comes up with a takeaway.
Boy, just when it looked like they had complete control of the national championship, they turned the ball over. The only real mistake they could have made to give their opponent a chance to get back into the game, and they've done it.
And the Rebels offense back out on the field. This drive is important. Last one in an interception. See if they can get it going here. Play action here on first down. He's moving out of the pocket now, and he'll just get rid of it.
I mean, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Incomplete, so it's second down and 10. Snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. He's sacked. He'll be brought down right at the 5-yard line.
Between the defensive scheme and the athletic ability of this front and the linebackers getting pressure as well, the way they've been able to harass this quarterback has a lot to do with why they're enjoying such a big lead in the national title.
So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. It's complete. What a grab near the sideline. Goes out after a nice gain. A sign of life here by the offense.
Hey, you're trailing late in a game like this, you're looking to get the ball thrown to the outside on the perimeter, make a nice catch, pick up positive yards, and then get out of bounds. If that defense is going to give it to you, take it every time.
First down, looking to throw the football. Falls incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
I really thought that this matchup between this quarterback and his receivers going up against this defense in the national title would have been must-see TV. But man, this defense, they have won that battle the entire game, and they enjoy a nice lead because of it.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Receiver makes the grab, and he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
You see more and more offenses in college football going with 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out that you can take advantage of.
Here we go, a crucial 3rd and 1 late in this game. They pick up the first on the ground.
Well, that shows you the trust they have in their offensive line in this running game. To get to a third down, just trying to come up with a way to be able to keep this drive alive, keep hope alive that you can come back in this game. You rely on old reliable with that offensive line, and they come through for you.
Looking to throw it on first down. And it's incomplete even on a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
Offense facing a 2nd and 10. Here's the snap, looking to throw. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
Chris, I got to be honest. I mean, this is the national championship. We've seen so much out of this quarterback throughout the year and these receivers, and yet here in this biggest stage, they cannot do anything through the air. The timing is off. Now, again, you got to give credit to the defense, but I'm just shocked to see the way they're performing today.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
Returner decides to fair catch this. Comes the USC offense back on the field. The defense has all 3 timeouts remaining, so maybe they'll have to run a couple plays here.
Well, this is definitely not the time to get cute as an offense and as a play caller. This defense is thirsty for any kind of big play at all to try to create a turnover. So just keep it on the ground and play smart.
And it's a bunch formation. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
So a very makeable third down for the offense from the 29. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. And the Trojans pick up enough yardage to keep this drive rolling. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. And the Trojans begin a new series here, 1st and 10.
42 Spiders. 4-2 Spider.
Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. We head now to the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to bleed out the clock and secure this win.
Ready, ready.
Back behind the quarterback, aligned in the pistol. Handoff to the back. They'll keep the clock moving. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
You know, they try to run the football here, and they're unable to get that first down. The clock does keep moving. The big question now is third down. What do? Keep it on the ground again, or roll the dice, throw the football, knowing an incompletion, the clock will stop.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Drop him back. They're going to throw for the first down. Can't get it away. The defense has got him. What a huge stop at this stage of the game.
Well, the quarterback makes a mistake here. That's football 101. Once you get outside of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation and not take the sack, especially in the 4th quarter.
They'll kick it away here. Oh, and he's got a crease here. Look out. The returner is brought down. There is a flag on the field, so we'll check out this call. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. The offense gets a second chance at points here after that special teams roughing penalty. And that knee should do it. We have our national champions. They're the last team standing at the top of the mountain, Kirk. National champions.
Well, it's been so much fun to watch this team play all year long. They've had some challenging moments. They've been able to overcome them. And how fitting, a close game in a national championship. They come through one more time. And as you say, they hold the trophy. They are the national champions of the year.
Well, that's going to do it for us and wrap up another outstanding season of college football. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. They are official, your kings of college football and national champions, the USC Trojans.